I told my brother-in-law to stop claiming my son as his and that he just provided the sperm. My wife loved being pregnant, and we were more than overjoyed to welcome our baby boy in the winter. The problem arose last week. We were preparing for my son's first birthday when brother-in-law commented on how he should get a say in the planning as the child's father. I was shocked. I cringed and told him that he wasn't. He just provided the sperm. He looked me straight in the eye and said, "Yeah, so he's our child." I looked at my wife, whose mouth was wide open, and mother-in-law wasn't making eye contact. Before he could say anything else, I demanded that he get out of my house and that he'd be able to come to the party. When he apologized, he got angry but left when my wife started to cry. My wife has always struggled with self-esteem, and her infertility really took a toll on her. For months, I had to constantly reassure her that she was an amazing mother and that she wasn't wrong. Sister-in-law, my wife's sister, called me later that day and called me a beach. I argued that brother-in-law had no right saying any of that, but sister-in-law just kept yelling. Me and my wife have cut all contact with her family. It's turned into something bigger than it needs to be, but I refuse to let someone call my family incomplete again. Call me dramatic, but I grew up with family in and out and never knowing who is real family, and I refuse to let the same happen to my son. Brother-in-law signed away his rights and verbally agreed multiple times that he's just an uncle. He's never had a problem until now, and it's kind of out of the blue. If he was starting to feel more of a connection to my son, then I'd understand if he calmly spoke to my wife and me instead of making a claim. I've reached out to brother-in-law a few times looking for a reason, but he has just thrown insults at my wife and me. My wife is devastated over losing contact, but neither of us wants to forgive brother-in-law until he apologizes.